I will die without you, my queen. Please talk to me. The night has fallen again, and the silence in these royal chambers grows heavier than the weight of the crown itself. I have walked across marble floors that echo your absence. I have stared at the moonlight that once shimmered upon your hair. Every breath feels like a betrayal to my heart, for it dares to continue in a world where you refuse to speak to me. I am the prince of 1,000 men, yet without your voice, I am nothing but a hollow echo in the corridors of my own palace. My queen, I have faced wars and conspiracies. I have fought for the honor of this kingdom, but nothing has wounded me as deeply as your silence. The throne feels colder, the gardens duller, the stars dimmer. Even the loyal knights whisper among themselves that their prince no longer commands the same fire. How can I, when the flame that once burned within me lies imprisoned behind your unspoken words? I reach for the air where your scent used to linger, and my hands tremble as if they remember what my heart tries to forget, that you are not here. I remember the nights when we sat beneath the balcony, when your laughter carried through the wind like a blessing. You told me that love, when true, could survive even the cruelty of time. But time, my queen, has become my cruelest enemy. Every tick of the clock mocks me. Every dawn without your greeting feels like a curse written upon my soul. I thought power meant control, but I cannot command your heart to return to me. A prince can order armies, but he can yet order love. Do you not know what your silence has done? The servants fear to enter my chamber. The guards lower their gaze as they pass. They see the sorrow that eats at me like poison. I have stopped attending council. I have stopped writing decrees, for what use is a kingdom when its queen's heart lies beyond reach? They call me Your Highness, yet I feel lower than dust at your feet. I would trade my entire realm just to hear you whisper my name. Once more I wander the hairless at midnight, hoping to find traces of you, a veil left behind, a scent caught in the air, a memory carved into stone. Every shadow plays tricks upon me. I thinking you stand there, but it's only emptiness staring back. The throne beside mine remains untouched, and the roses I placed upon it have long withered, just as I have within. If you could see me now, my queen, not as a ruler, but as a man stripped of pride and armor, you would know that your silence is not a punishment. It is my death. I do not seek forgiveness or pity, only your voice. Speak to me even if your words wound me, for a wound from you is sweeter than peace without you. So hear me once more, my love, I beg, not as a prince, but as a man enslaved by your memory. I will die without you, my queen. Please talk to me. The silence you left behind still lingers in every corner of my heart. I wake each morning expecting to see you, to hear the soft rustle of your gown as you move through the halls. But instead, I am met only by the cruel emptiness that mocks me. The world outside continues as if nothing has changed. The rises, the kingdom breathes, yet inside me, everything is still frozen. In the moment you turned away, I never knew that silence could scream so loudly, that absence could weigh heavier than presence. Each night I wander through the palace gardens where you once walked beside me. The flowers bloom as though they do not mourn your departure, but I know better, even they seem to bow under the grief that consumes me. I touch the roses you loved most, and though their petals are soft, they cut me deeper than any blade could. I have tried to convince myself that this is just a passing storm, that you will return, that this aching void is only temporary, but my heart, treacherous as it is, knows the truth. You are gone, and I am left to carry the shadow of what we once were. I have tried to speak to the stars, for they once witnessed our vows beneath their light. I asked them if they remember how you looked at me that night, how your eyes glowed with the kind of love kings write ballads about. But the stars give me no answer, only cold glimmers that remind me how small I am in this vast, indifferent Sikhi. I wonder if you ever gaze at them too, if your heart stirs at the same constellations we once named together. Perhaps you do not. Perhaps you have already learned how to forget me. My counsel grows restless. They whisper of alliances, treaties, duties, all the things that should matter to a prince. Yet I can no longer find meaning in the crown that sits upon my head. What is power when the one you would rule the world for is no longer by your side? The throne feels like a prison, each royal decree another chain that binds me to a fate I no longer wish to bear. I was once called brave, yet I cannot face a day without your voice. How cruelly ironic that a man who conquered kingdoms could not conquer the silence of the woman he loves. There are moments, fleeting and fragile, when I almost feel you near me like a whisper in the wind, like a ghost brushing past my shoulder. I turn quickly, hoping, praying that it's you, that you've returned to end this torment. But there is nothing, only my own breath, ragged and desperate, and the cruel realization that my mind is beginning to conjure illusions of you just to keep me sane. If this is madness, then let it take me completely, for I would rather live in a dream where you still love me than endure a reality where you don't. Every night I write letters I will never send. I pour my heart onto paper, begging for forgiveness, for another chance, for one more moment of your grace. But when the ink dries, I cannot bring myself to send them. Perhaps I fear your silence more than your words. Perhaps I know that even if you read them, they would not reach the part of you that once loved me. So I bum them one by one, watching the flames devour my confessions, as though setting fire to my pain could make it disappear. And yet, despite everything, I cannot stop loving you. My heart refuses to yield, to forget to heal. You are woven into every breath I take, every thought I dare to think. You are both the light and the wound within me. If love is my curse, then let it be eternal, for I would rather suffer for you forever than live a moment free of you. I remain here, my queen, beneath the same sky we once shared, a broken prince waiting for the echo of your voice to bring him back to life. The days have begun to blur together, their edges melting into one long stretch of sorrow. The palace still breathes with the thathom of life servants whispering, courtiers moving with purpose, yet I exist apart from it all, suspended in a hollow silence that only your absence can create. Every time I hear footsteps echoing through the hall, my heart leaps with a foolish hope that it might be you. But it never is. It is never you. The reality of that truth cuts deeper than any wound I have ever endured on the battlefield. I have tried to occupy myself with duty, to drown the H beneath the weight of royal responsibility. I attend meetings, I nod when advisors speak, but my mind drifts elsewhere, to your laughter, to the way your eyes would meet mine and calm every storm inside me. Even in the midst of counsel, I can hear your voice calling my name the way no one else can. I close my eyes, and for a heartbeat, I almost believe you're near. When I open them, all that greets me is the emptiness that mocks me more with each passing day. I often walk to the edge of the balcony where we once stood together. The wind there carries the faint scent of jasmine, the same fragrance you used to wear. I imagine your hand resting in mine, your soft smile as we watch the world below, the same world that now feels too vast, too meaningless without you. I have become a shadow of myself, haunting the places where you once breathed, living in memories that refuse to fade. The stars above no longer shine with warmth. They seem distant and cruel, reflecting the hollow ache of my soul. There are whispers in the court. They say the prince has gone mad, that love has driven him to the brink. Let them speak. They know nothing of love. Nothing of what it means to give your entire being to another and then lose her to silence. If madness is the price of devotion, then I accept it. For in this madness, I still see you. I still hear you. I still feel you beside me when the night is darkest. Perhaps the insane are merely those who love too deeply, who refuse to surrender to the cold logic of forgetting. Each night, I light a single candle for you and place it upon the windowsill. I watch the flame dance against the darkness and imagine it reaching you wherever you are. It is my way of speaking without words, of telling you that I am still waiting. Sometimes the wind extinguishes the flame, and I take it as a sign that you do not wish to hear from me. Other nights it burns stubbornly until dawn, and I dare to believe that somewhere your heart still beats in tandem with mine. I wonder if you remember the promises we made, how you vowed that no distance, no silence could ever separate what our souls had bound. I have clung to those words like a drowning man to driftwood. Yet with each sunrise, that promise feels further away, as though time itself conspires to erase me from your heart. Still I resist. Still I hold on, because love, real love, does not yield to despair. It endures even when hope is nothing more than a whisper in the dark. If you could see me now, my queen standing here beneath the same stars, wearing the same ring you once placed upon my hand, you would know that my heart has never strayed. It beats for you still, even as the world forgets, even as kingdoms rise and fall. I remain yours, unshaken, unhealed, undone. For though you have taken your voice from me, your silence has become my prayer, and in that prayer, I still find you the only truth my soul will ever believe. The wind has grown colder tonight, brushing against my face with the same cruel gentleness that once came from your hands. I stand at the edge of the balcony again, looking out into the kingdom that no longer feels mine. The stars are scattered like broken promises, and the moon stares down like a silent witness to my decay. Every night feels longer than the last, every silence heavier, every breath harder to take. I have learned that loneliness doesn't roar. It whispers, it lingers, it gnaws at you until you forget what peace feels like. I remember the first time I told you that I loved you. You laughed softly, almost as if you didn't believe that a prince could love like a man, not as a duty, but as a surrender. You taught me how to be more than a crown, how to be human, how to bleed, how to feel, how to crave something beyond power. And now, in your absence, I have become everything you once saved me from. I am distant again, empty again, the very image of the man I promised I would never be. The court sees a prince, only I know there's a ghost beneath the robes. The palace walls have started to echo with your name. I do not speak it aloud, but somehow it finds its way into the air. The chords avoid my eyes. They can sense that grief has made me strange, that I walk through these halls like a lost soul. Sometimes I find myself speaking to your portrait, foolish, I know, asking questions, whispering apologies, confessing everything I never had the courage to say while you were here. The painting, of course, never repiles, but for a moment, the silence feels less cruel when I pretend it listens. I dream of you often now. In my dreams, you are always walking away, your gown trailing behind you like smoke, your voice fading into the distance. I chase you, but the ground beneath me crumbles, and you disappear before I can reach you. When I wake, my hands are clenched, my chest aching as though I have been running for miles. I tell myself it was only a dream, yet the pain feels too real to be imagined. I would rather have your anger, your tears, your wrath, anything but this endless quiet that keeps me captive. Every night I wonder if you ever think of me, if your heart ever stumbles at the memory of my touch, or if my name still crosses your lips when you are alone. I hope foolishly that somewhere within you, a part of me still lingers, I have given up the idea of happiness, but not the hope that I am not forgotten. You once said that love is a promise written in the soul, not in the mind, and though you have tombed away, I still feel that promise carved deep within me. It bleeds with every heartbeat, reminding me that I am yours. Even in your silence, the night deepens now, and the candle beside me burns low. The flame flickers, bending with the wind, refusing to die even as the wax melts away. Perhaps it, too, understands me. I live only because of what refuses to die within me. My body may stand here, wrapped in royal silk, surrounded by marble and gold, but my soul still kneels before you, my queen. It waits, it prays, it aches. And though I do not know if you will ever return, I will remain bare, faithful to the silence, faithful to the love that outlived